So you may not know what we're laughing about. It's definitely not about this thumbnail. I don't care about this thumbnail. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, one half of the Kings of the Ropes. Over there is
Marcus, the grand finale. But if you live in, I don't remember what a Christmas Carol town was. They call me Tiny Tim, the little black one that didn't get taken care of by Scrooge. Who didn't
that's
get
literally
that
what we were laughing about as we were starting the show. Marcus compared his life to Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol and almost started breaking out singing, "It's a hard not life for me. It's a hard not life for me."
Yeah, just really mixing up kids and struggles. Annie is the ultimate struggle theme song. Wait, instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's the hard knock life. I mean, we should add that with the Young Bucks entrance and Super Kings and all that.
They don't have a hard life.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I think they're the best paid tag team in professional wrestling right now.
Ooh. You think they're making more than Priest and Finn? Yeah.
They're making more than as them alone because they are what EVPs and whatnot and the first to sign.
Yeah.
They got they re-signed, so they got that fresh TK money.
They got that inflation TK money. That fresh off the roll of cocaine money. You're right. They are the best paid tag team in the world. Bastards.
Yeah, ain't no tag team getting paid better than them two.
I mean, other than the tag team of Jay and Cody Uso, and that's all Cody probably that was getting paid.
Cody raises the curve for that.
But I think combined, Young Bucks may make more money.
Yeah, I think they do.
Bastards.
Today's show, it's all CM Punk news really that's floating about.
I'm so sick of talking about Phil.
Phil brings in the views, Marcus.
Feel this. Feel that. Feel this. Feel that. Sorry, I'm talking about my sex life. Nah.
What, people ask you to fill them?
Yeah, just fill them up. Just fill them up. I don't think they're asking anymore. I'm going with my Ric Flair shit.
They're not asking anymore. We're done with you. We're tired of you.
We're done with you. We're going to have Ric Flair do it. We're going back to the old sexual harassment. You kids don't know how to do it today.
Yeah, so apparently Phil, Angry Phil, has a what's it? Do not fuck shit up clause in his contract, of a good behavior clause in his contract. Which, you know what? WWE is probably smart to put that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, why wouldn't you put that in there with old Phil right there? Manny, today on the show, hey Biscuit, I always appreciate that you put my name first.
Yeah, but mine's in capitals like Kenta.
Or Gunther.
Or Walter. Means you're deadly. Means you're deadly.
Manny! That's how you gotta say it. All right, Manny. Can you list something that's in CM Punk's behavior clause and if he's going to cross that line?
I feel like there's a glass clause in there. There has to be. Marcus, there has to be a glass clause in there. There has to be a don't go into business for yourself clause.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't start any business. You can't start any business. It's the mind your business clause. Don't walk over. Tamina's getting yelled at for no reason. Don't walk over there and try to be her defender.
And don't get caught choking people in back.
The fear for my life clause. It's so fear for their life. You're out. Don't care who it is. Brock Lesnar walked in. He said he was fear for his life from CM Punk.
But you know what's interesting? If you came to the back, Tony is always sitting by himself. Like if you watch that, if you remember that All Access show they had.
Yeah.
Anytime they cut to Tony Khan producing, He's at that desk by himself. He looks confused and everything and high as shit. But he's always by himself. But when you go backstage at WWE, there's about 500 people backstage.
Yeah, you're gonna get jumped.
You go back there. You try and jump someone, you're gonna get mobbed.
Yeah. Brother Love is gonna tackle you down.
Yeah.
Bye. All right, Punk, chill. It's Brother Love. And I know it's Bruce Pritchard, but I want Brother Love in the back. I don't want Bruce Pritchard in the back.
The red face, the white suit, and red shirt.
And the white suit. And talking about, I love you, Brother Philip. You should not be concerning yourself if Jungle Boy wants to use real glass or not.
And then the other story, I don't know the validity of it because when I read it, there wasn't a source attached to it, so it could just be anyone and a keyboard kind of making this shit up. But apparently, Warner Media or Warner Brothers Media or whatever it's called?
Yeah, one of them. I don't know if they go by the brothers anymore. I think it's only just Warner. I think he somehow screwed his brother out of business.
Well, Warner is leading the race to sign, be the new home for Monday Night Raw in 2024. The end of 2024, so the fall. But
been all about, Manny?
That would mean AEW, they're completely done with AEW because WWE don't play no games with other people. They want exclusivity.
Yeah. We ain't doing. You ain't got no side piece around me. You gotta tell us what this is, okay? You gotta tell me what this is. We're exclusive now. But can I tell you that's been my main thing from the beginning about these the Raw TV deal and AEW's deal and the hold up is that they're making a bid. They're making a bid for WWE. And I don't know the validity of the story, like you said, but I would think about, no matter what you think about what AEW or WWE is, we can all agree the #1 money-making wrestling brand in the world, this isn't an opinion, this is just a fact of life, to quote LA Knight, is the WWE. And if I wanted to draw Monday Night Raw ratings, which I've been trying to do since the Nitro era, I couldn't beat them then. I would go with Monday Night Raw. I would look at AEW, half-empty crowds, drama all up the wazoo. They got my guy. CM Punk, who we wanted.
Yeah.
We didn't want to fire him. They got my guy. That's why they featured him on Raw, teasing him out there, dangling him like a carrot. And it would make business sense for them to be like, all this Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite stuff don't equal to one net rating of Monday Night Raw. So,
then you also think
take it.
You'd also think when you get Raw, you get additional 3 hours, but like realistically, you're getting an additional about maybe about 40 to 50 minutes in that 3 hours.
Yeah.
Of advertising.
Yeah.
And given that they are a big name and whatnot, advertisers would want some of that pie. Like, I know it didn't necessarily work out with Fox, but I think Fox are kind of out of the wrestling business as well. So, like, if AEW was to try and get a deal with Fox, I think that Fox are going to lowball them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, it didn't work out for them. Why would I take, the second brand and pay them more?
Their reasoning was solid. Like, obviously, with WWE, they're a more broader kind of thing when you look for advertising. They were saying that they didn't really recoup any of the money through advertising.
Yeah.
That's why they let SmackDown go on Fox. So, like, realistically, AEW, they could lowball AEW because they're not as big like a IP as WWE at the moment.
Yeah. So expect low balls. Oh,
I mean, everyone over AEW is over 40, so technically, expect low balls.
Not just AEW, in WWE as well.
Yeah, but
everybody's over 40. Wrestling's old right now.
Yeah, but WWE don't get lowballed. They are the ones that lowball.
Yeah. I can see Triple H reading numbers, the highest numbers ever. We get lowballed, but it's still okay. But yeah, it's the only play that if I'm Warner Brothers, I am thinking of this play. Whatever WWE's asking price, I'm not giving them whatever. I'm gonna put some money on the table, see what it is. And if they respond, I may not go over any threshold. Because I do have AEW in my back pocket as leverage. Like I would be using all of this as leverage. Both parties against each other.
Well, so I reckon if you bid for WWE, if you're bidding for Raw, what was the SmackDown deal?
Don't ask me, Manny. Don't
I
ask
think
me.
it was
I don't
like
know.
1
It was a
bill.
billion. It was 1 billion over
I think
5
it was
years or something.
1.25
Yeah.
going to USA. I think WWE. I think for them to procure them, it'd probably be about a 1 bill for 5 years or something like that.
Maybe,
Whereas, like if they were to go, if AEW to go to Fox, I think Fox would probably offer about less than 500.
Yeah, both parties I'm not giving it to though.
Yeah.
If I was the network head, I could put reruns of Modern Family and a Big Bang Theory, and I probably could draw, not the exact rating. If I can get up there, I think I can push it. I think I can push.
Okay, let's get into AEW Dynamite. It kicks off with Jon Moxley versus Jay Lethal in the Gold League of the Continental Classic. Given that none of us cover Collision, we will never talk about the Blue League. It was a good opening match. Jay Lethal gets choked out by Mox. Now Mox has 6 points in the Gold League.
Yeah, okay. So let's tally up some points here, Manny. And I don't mean we're not going into detail, we're not doing math or anything like that. But let's clarify what's going on in this Continental Collision, whatever the hell it's called. Whatever the tournament's called. I can't even remember. It's the Continental title tournament.
Continental Classic, I believe.
Yeah, whatever.
Can't be a classic if it's only
just
just
two leagues, right? There's 2 leagues.
2 round robin leagues.
Yeah. And the one thing that bugs me about these round robin leagues is that why do they have letters next to their names? Like Jon Moxley's an A, this guy's a B, this is a C. What does that matter?
I don't think that actually matters. I think that's just a grid.
Yeah. I was like, why?
It's a grid like you would play battleships, but no one's playing battleships.
Have you watched the new Squid Game reality show yet, Manny?
No, but I've been reading that. What's it? So many people are complaining about the living conditions. I was like, you knew what you were signing up for.
Yeah, you signed up for Squid Game. You're lucky when they didn't kill you. This is the most PG ever. Well, they at one point, spoiler alert for the show, they play Battleship.
Oh, I love
they play Battleship for people's lives, and it's amazing. I was like, this is an improvement upon the show.
During COVID,
you just sit there, you're just like, oh god, oh god.
During COVID, it got quiet at work, like at the beginning of COVID, because no one knew what to do. So at one point, I created a Battleship grid in Excel. Was very bored.
Hey, Battleship is an underrated and appreciated game now. I think one day on the show we should just play Battleship.
No, do you know what that would be bad because we'd need multiple camera setups so people could see our board, but we couldn't see each other's board.
I mean, we could always just trust each other and be honest.
Marcus, do you know how bad it'd be like this right now going, oh, B5. And no one would be able to see your board.
I mean, it'd be something that may be done in post. Hey, post. We have our board up. We're like, god damn it, Manny. It's just all edited to whatever it is.
SG. Oh, Squid Game.
Squid Game, yeah.
Is that the game show one, not the real one?
Yeah.
It's Season 2 is coming soon, though, right?
I believe so, but I don't even know if I need it. I'd rather get the reality show, to be honest.
Nah, I don't want a reality show.
But there's one guy on there who me, Eric, and Shantae dubbed as Hogan. He's just a skinny white guy with a blonde mustache and long hair. And he's a background character if I've ever seen a background character. And I keep waiting for it. I kept waiting for it a moment for him to die. And it was just like, oh, Hogan's gone. No. It hurt. That one hurt. Side character, 100%. No, they don't ever talk to him. You just see him in the background. But I'm always like, oh, Hogan made it. He made it to the next round. Hogan's alive.
So we've just rambled for a few seconds about other things.
You know what?
Which is
I'm going to bring it back to wrestling on that.
no,
Blue
because
Pants is on there.
no, because that's basically what happened when they cut to the back and they went to Sting and Ric Flair. They basically just rambled about the past and Greensboro, North Carolina. That's all they rambled about. I have no idea what else they were speaking about. I genuinely didn't care.
This gave me young Marcus watching drunk family tell old stories. PTSD. When I saw them, I was like, oh, what are they talking about? Why? North Carolina, Greensboro, Sting, last match. Respect this man. He was 12 years old to me, and I had to put him over with that crowd. They loved him, and he never apologized. He never said anything. He never said thank you. He said thank you multiple times. And I was like, what the hell are we absolutely talking about?
Then we move into the second match of the night, which is Mark Briscoe versus Roosh. Both men lost their opening matches of the tournament. But it was a pretty good match. Roosh picks up the win. Roosh is now on 3 points, and Mark Briscoe is still on a goose egg.
As this tournament goes on, I'm going to add this, Manny. If you are watching AEW right now and you go, I'm not feeling this tournament, what are you going to do for the next month? Are you just going to watch the show? Because it's mostly just tournament, right? You're kind of forced to invest in something that, we get one promo the entire show about the wins and losses or any type of story in this tournament. And that's Eddie Kingston, who was crying on the floor.
So, do you know what is interesting? I think they've just put too many people in this thing. Because, if you think about it, NXT did something similar for the Cup, the Heritage Cup, where they did a tournament style thing similar to what they're doing, and then points based, and then there's two groups. And there was the what was the other group? The other group was technically on NXT Level Up, and they got it done.
I remember this,
they got it done, but they had other stuff going in and around this. So you got 2 matches per night, but there was storylines and whatnot still going on. So it's similar in a way, but realistically they're not the only things they've got going in at the moment story wise, and they're not really having matches, is MJF and Christian Cage and their bit.
Yeah, and I don't understand what I'm supposed to care about with this Continental Classic. I don't care about this title they're inventing. It's not like it's new rules. You bring up the Heritage Cup. At least it's a different type of format of a match. Yeah. This is a regular match where you look at it and go, oh, they're going to follow the rules in this one.
Yeah, but that was the thing about that Heritage Cup tournament, though, that really bugged me was they were having regular matches in a round robin style to face the Heritage Cup champion where the rules are completely different.
Yeah. So, just if you're going to do something like this, just change the rules up a little bit. Other than people are barred for ringside.
I feel like they followed the New Japan method, and I think they should have shortened it, because realistically, wrestling fans in America have and the UK have a lower attention span to people that watch New Japan. So I feel like they shouldn't be doing 6 people in this bracket. They should be doing 4. So you get it done quicker, and you get to you can build a little story between the winner and the winner and the 2 winners of the groups going into it. So it has something riding on it. It's just a tournament. I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't know why people want to win it. What's the difference? Why wouldn't I go for the TNT, the International, the World Title, or whatever other belts they have out there instead of entering this tournament? Swerve came on TV and said, and we're gonna get to this match later. He came on TV and said, "I want to be the first Black AEW champion." How does this help him? How does it help him win the Continental title? That only puts everything in the back seat. You could have just went straight to MJF. There's no one actually going other than Joe, who didn't enter. None of your top guys who really want the belt is entering this. I mean, Jay White is a bum at this point.
We get Tony Storm talking about partying despite being interrupted by Sky Blue last week, and then her feet being swollen. Weird way
I don't know
to
what was going on
end that
here.
promo.
I thought this was for you, man. I thought this was going to be the thumbnail. I thought Manny's obsession with
No.
feet is going to be the thumbnail.
No.
My feet are
And you know there's only one person's feet that we obsess about, and that's the killer.
It's a killer. That's a queen's foot. The foot of the queen.
Charlotte Flair is the most deadliest woman around.
We only talk about the feet of royalty on this show. It's either Charlotte Flair's or Jerry the King Lawler and it's our foot match.
Perfect. Excellent transition, Marcus.
Yes.
MJF, he doesn't like Samoa Joe as a person, but as a wrestler, he respects him because he came to AEW not to fill his pockets with money. CM Punk. But because he believes in AEW. He talks up Samoa Joe, but goes on to say that he's gone on to pave a road of his own. He's helped build a new alternative done by defeating big names in AEW. He says December 30th, Samoa Joe is going to have to put him down to take what he has. The lights go out and he is attacked by masked men. The masked men's men. When he's saved by Samoa Joe. The Tron asks him, is he a hero? MJF says he's not dealing with his crap when he's got Joe breathing down his neck. He's going to take out all of his men and then unmask him and then agrees to a tag match. So a good old champion and number one contender tag match. Marcus.
Yes!
Vince McMahon is the devil.
What a theory. What a theory. I have two theories on who the devil is, Manny.
Who?
Number one, let me get this out the way. You know, Jack Perry and the Young Bucks seem like a pretty good example of being the devil, right? Like, they kind of run everything. They can conceal identity. They want to do a tag match. Whatever. That's my logical theory of the week. My illogical theory, which isn't happening at all, of who the devil is. Manny, can I tell you, what does the devil wear? Just go ahead.
A mask and black.
Black mask, right? A white face painted mask, right? What weapon did they use today, Manny, to try to take out and failed? I don't know how you failed using this weapon. MJF and Samoa Joe. A black bat, Manny. A black bat. So, as I deduce on who wears black and white face paint, wears all black, works in mysterious ways, and has control of the lights, I'm talking about North Carolina's own Sting and Ric Flair are the devil. They've been around long enough. They're men of taste and wealth.
Well,
I'm just saying, they're the devil.
If the person playing the devil is Sting, well, the person they've been showing on TV has been really small.
Well, you've only seen him with the camera.
Don't you dare come here with me with trickery.
These guys are devil
come here with me trickery.
These are devil goons in the back. These are devil goons in the back, and they're devil. The devil only comes in full focus, and you only get a headshot of him. I'm going with Sting, and he's going to be like, yeah, Max, I've been the devil. I've been lying about my retirement, and I'm going to fight you at Revolution. Yeah, woo!
Can I, if you're going to give an illogical opinion on this, I'm going to give you my illogical opinion on this.
Okay.
Just based off like 2 seconds of thought whilst you were talking.
Go ahead.
What if the man that's been talking about his God and how his God betrayed him, what if the Redeemer is now chosen a life of being a devil because his God has failed him?
I don't know why I'm doing Terry Reynolds.
And what if Miro is the guy under the mask?
That would be nice. It'd be give Miro something to do.
Yeah.
For a change. Instead of whatever he's doing with Lana or CJ Perry at this point. And
I can't stand CJ Perry. He is a leech. Do you know she's a leech? She is a leech on professional wrestling.
She exists. Like I don't have an opinion one way or another. She's keeping her business on Collision. And it has nothing to do with anything. But I do like the Miro thing. I think every week we should give a new opinion, an illogical pick of who the devil may be. And I'm going with Sting, and you're going with Miro this week.
I think we need to do not just about Under the Mask. I think we just should do an illogical pick, illogical selection of what's going on in professional wrestling for the week.
Oh, the illogical moment of the week. Like when we just pick something that goes, yeah, so this could happen. That's not happening. So get this, Action Andretti is really related to Mario Andretti, and that's why Dante Martin's gonna get ran over by a car.
I want it, Marcus. If that's the case, I kind of just if he's related to Mario Andretti, which is loosely which Sparkplug Bob Holly is loosely close friends to. Therefore, Andretti should be Alabama slammered for a table at some point.
Yeah. So they're gonna bring in Sparkplug Holly, and then he's gonna run amok on the entire AEW run. You thought CM Punk was bad when you get Bob Holly. And the only one that can take out Bob Holly and get them the TV deal is if they re-sign Cody Rhodes, his old mentor, and in the Alabama Slammer match.
Moving on, Wardlow versus AR Fox. This may be the longest match Wardlow's had in months.
No, I'm gonna call this the longest squash match in history. I don't know if that's a fact, but well, I mean, I'm assuming John Cena and Brock Lesnar was longer, but the longest squash match with irrelevant wrestlers on the planet. That's what I'm calling this. And I want to call this next set of wrestling matches, Manny, why are we getting this? Why are we getting this? Wardlow in the squash match with AR Fox. I go, oh.
That's Mario Andretti.
You shouldn't say his name, the ghost of Mario Andretti. I don't know if he's alive or dead.
Marcus, I want to challenge you on what you just said about this being the longest longest squash match of irrelevant wrestlers.
Yes.
And I raise you Dante Chen versus King. Because Dante Chen took him to the limit. And that was supposed to be a squash match. And that was like a month ago.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Oh, but yeah, we're about to get a block of stuff now. I go like, and you put this on TV? You have all this TV time, and you got AR Fox Wardlow. Then it's followed by, let me see if I got this one, Julia Hart versus Emi Sakura?
No, Action Andretti and Top Flight versus the Hardy Boys and Brother Zay.
This made me beg the question, Manny. What is going on with Mark Quinn? Action Andretti's leg, not Action Andretti, Dante Martin's leg was broken and thrown into a crowd and had to be refound. And yet Mark Quinn is not back for whatever injury he got.
He's been gone for it feels like he's been gone for 2 years.
I think when he wrestled, last time he wrestled, we were in the pandemic. I guess it's still kind of going. I don't know where we at with that. But legally, he wrestled in an empty arena in Jacksonville. It's the last time I think we saw that man alive. Brother Zay has been a part of Hardy parties for I don't know how long. And he's just there. He's just there. And they got Matt and Jeff Hardy, completely watched, the most watched wrestlers of the year, I think. It's not even close. It's not even close. If I were to start wrestling and I were to decide to retire this week, Manny, people would be like, that guy still has something left in the tank, unlike the Hardy Boys, who are done, who are completely done. If you do a barometer and you look at Angie Christian's segment later in the show, or if not the next segment, I don't know where it plays, but you go, they used to wrestle the Hardys, and this segment, even though Edge looks like a middle-aged man and going through a midlife crisis, they can still actually motorcycle. They can actually move. Yeah, Bam up on a motorcycle. Why, honey? Because I'm 46.
You think you know me? On
this day, I see clearly. Anyway, but we called Edge a little washed, right? I think we would agree. Like he's old, beat up, look washed.
I mean, we haven't seen him in a match. Well, I didn't watch his match on Full Gear, but the previous match where he had with Luchasaurus, it was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like he managed to pull out a great match against Sheamus on his last match on SmackDown. But I watched that match with Luchasaurus. I was like, that ain't Sheamus.
Yeah, he beat the what you call him. He beat the last drop of talent Edge had left in the ring. Manny, as you know, we were at Full Gear. Me, Eric, whatever, Ryan. I don't remember seeing Edge at that pay-per-view at all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember a single thing he did at that show. Wash. They just washed. I think we need to stop. We need to stop the Hardy Boys. That's where I was going with this. It wasn't supposed to be Attack on Edge. It's Attack on the Hardys. I'm so sorry, but they're washed. I don't want to see them ever again.
Yeah, and then the Action Andretti and Top Flight are challenged by Penta, Commando, and Vikingo. So check that out on Rampage whenever that happens.
Battle of losing trios teams. I got Top Flight and Action Andretti winning because Penta and Commander have never won. Ever. Commander, I don't think has ever won a match. And I gotta go watch his tightrope bullshit again. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him taking an hour up there. Him and Pac just hanging up on the ropes.
Then we get Julia Hart versus Emi Sakura. Marcus, I feel like Emi Sakura is the new start of the cycle.
Yeah, she is.
Like it used to be Nyla Rose, but now it seems like it's Emi Sakura.
Yes, 100%. That's what I thought when she came out. I was like, oh, it's Emi Sakura's turn. Here we go. So Emi Sakura shows up once every 3 months. Yeah. And gets like 8 title shots. Right? She fought with a Statlander for the not Statlander. Who's the women's champion right now? Who was? Oh, Sheeta. She fought Sheeta for the title last time I saw her, and then she get a TBS show. And then they brought house rules back. We were done with it, Manny. We were done. But they brought it back. And Emi Sakura had a chance to pick any rule of her choosing. Manny, what was her rule?
I wasn't paying attention. I fast forward this.
Her rule was no submissions. No submissions. You can't tap out. You cannot tap out. And in the match, Julia Hart is choking the shit out of Emi Sakura, and she's tapping out. And I'm like, what's the ref do at this point if she dies? How do you create a rule where you die? Again, if I had a rule to go against Julia Hart, yeah, you have to fight Luchasaurus tonight. And if he wins, I am now the women's TBS champion. I'm just saying, these are the rules I'm doing.
Luchasaurus is not the person I'm picking.
I'm being generous by doing that, Manny. I know I can go worse. That's a grown ass man.
I'm stroking my armpit and then it's done a thumbs up.
Well, maybe your camera likes it, Manny. He's like, oh, he's going for the nipple. Here we go.
I just put up Mark Quinn's last match was on this time last year.
Really? It's only been a year?
According to Cage Match. Yeah, so Julia wins with a moonsault. Mariah May manipulates RJ City to getting her first match against anybody by getting a word in with Tony Khan.
Manny, here's another problem I have with the show. And I'm sorry that I'm ranting and raving about this show. I didn't hate this show.
Before you get onto your point, he said when we stopped, before we went live, I do not know what I'm going to talk about Dynamite. Yeah, he's had something to say about every single segment.
That's chewing me on everything on life, Manny. Once you start me up, I never stop. Oh, this segment is everything that's wrong with AEW right here. Every problem.
Go on.
Manny, we announced that Mariah May was all elite. What, 2 months ago?
No, it's like last month.
Whatever. It's been a month.
Mm.
Her plan was to hang around Tony's door. She has not had any lines in the back. She has not said anything. But we did get Mariah May is all elite. Top stardom talent. as they say. Why did you have to go to the back to say, Tony, hey, I'm here? You want to put me in a match? You would think Tony Khan would be like, oh, yeah! Is that what's going to go through his head? Mariah May, oh, I didn't have to use Emi Sakura this week. Or Ruby So-So every single week. Jesus. I go, what? Why? Why did this segment he's playing? You know who walked into that office and never came out, Manny? Thunder Rosa. Never came out.
So you think... Do you know what? I think that's why they were laughing. On commentary.
Yeah?
I think it was Taz. Or maybe it was Tony Schiavone that said, I hope she's not interrupting a meeting. It was like, who else would be in there?
Yeah.
Who else would be in there?
I remember that line. They started laughing. Like, Tony's doing coke right now. Don't open it too much, otherwise we got an NWA situation.
And they'll never get a new TV deal. Christian Cage calls out Adam Cole when he challenged him. When he challenged him to a match in Montreal next week. He tells him they're not going to make it to Montreal because he's sorry. He goes on a drive soul searching and a trip down memory lane. Christian says he is Edge's brother, or Adam Copeland's brother, but he knows he didn't grow up with a father. And everyone's like, oh, what's he gonna say? But then he was like, my father treated you like his own. Christian says he loves him and they are family. Christian brings up before Adam's mum passed that she would love to see them tag in the ring together one last time. Says that they should do it for his mom and be a tag team. Christian then gets caught trying to hit him with the title and then gets hit in his Canadian chestnuts.
You don't know that. You don't know he was going to hit him. You don't know he was going to hit him with the title, man. He could have been going for a hug, and conspicuously the title was in his hand.
With the title being up this high, face height.
Yeah, because how would you hug somebody with a title in your hand if it's not up this high, Manny? Edge overreacted. He was going for a hug. Christian read the rule wrong. He read the rule wrong. Motorcycle
Adam
Edge is here.
Adam says next week the title's coming in with him and tells Christian to go fuck himself.
Was not bleeped.
No.
Did not get bleeped. It was like, oh. And then all of a sudden we get silence from the audio guy who I think fell asleep on the job. Oh, fuck, we're doing that. Oh. No silence for 30 seconds. No talking for 30 seconds.
And then we get Jay White versus Swerve Strickland. This was a good match. Really good back and forth. Swerve rolls Jay up after evading the switchblade. Where it's being told that Swerve stole the win, but I don't think that's necessarily stealing a win.
It's called a wrestling move, I believe.
That's legal. It's stealing a win as if Swerve had like his hands on the ropes or his feet on the ropes.
Or grabbed the tights or something weird. No, he just beat him. But I guess that everything a black man does in AEW is called stealing. Because you can't. So one time Swerve did commit a crime on TV and they accused him of it. Oh, and we want to talk about a thief. Jay White is the biggest thief in the company. Yeah, it was a fine match. Swerve picks up the win. Jay White's dead. He's just dead. There's nothing left for this man to even be like. It's not.
I think he would have got buried if he went to WWE too. I think he'd be in the same position he'd be if he was in WWE.
Do you think it'd be this fast though? I feel like this is fast. Like he signed back in what, October?
It's fast, but I don't know how you bring him back from this either. Yeah. Like even if it happened in WWE at the same time, it's just like, what do you do with him? Like WWE, you'd linger around till eventually the fans get you over again. But
he's the opposite. He's the opposite of Cody or Drew's complaint. Like Drew McIntyre complained that the bloodline is interfering in my matches, and and Jey Uso ruined my life. I'm gonna kill him. Like Drew has viable arguments and excuses why he isn't the world champion. Jay White has had every advantage as not world champion and losing regular matches on TV clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't know what you do with him. Honestly, it's there's. Do you know what? I think they've got too many main eventers.
That's a possibility. That's why they create
Too many main
titles.
eventers in that scene. It's just like, where do you put them? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, they need to accept the mid card, which I don't even know who their mid card is. Like they need to tier their wrestlers and who's in our mid card and who's in the thing. Because Orange Cassidy versus the World hit one point in the mid card. Then there's the TNT champion, an old man feuding with another old man. Like those are two mid card titles, but we don't know who's actually going for it. It doesn't mean Dolph Ziggler was not getting further than that Intercontinental title. We all knew it. We all knew it. We knew he was in the mid card. We know Chad Gable is not going to ever be Gunther. He's going to be in that lower upper mid card. He's not going after Roman at any point in his life.
All right, let's move into NXT. NXT kicks off with Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza versus Stax and Tony D. The match was okay.
They came off starting off.
It was never in doubt. That's the thing. Certain matches on NXT, you just know it's never in doubt titles changing hands. You might as well put Out of the Mud against Stax and Gods and Tony D.
I had a little doubt. I had
no doubt.
I thought it was an 80% chance Stax and Tony D was retaining. However, I thought there was 1%, or 20%. I didn't do math. That Humberto and Garza could win.
I've got that. I had a 99.9% chance, percentile chances of retain, because I believe these two, Humberto and Angel, are going back up to the main roster to be on SmackDown with Santos.
Yeah, but that was also my thing. If they were to go back with Santos, or not go back with him, they were to join up with Santos and become the new Legado del Fantasma or whatever, Santos could have interfered in this match, cost Tony D'Angelo thing, break their pack and their friendship. There's Elektra Lopez down there who's,
you bring up Elektra Lopez too.
Well, I would bring up Lola Vice and pass her over again on the call up. And you know what? That was my 20% chance of them retaining. However, I enjoyed the match probably a little bit more than you did. It started off with a brawl for no reason, I guess. I guess it was because they hate each other. But
yeah,
it was solid. It was a nice opening.
Ilya Dragunov gets mad at Nathan Frazier in the back when he overhears him saying, him and Axiom talking about his sacrifices and admitting that he would prefer Corbin's lifestyle over the shoebox Dragunov lives in, a home alone.
You know what? Don't talk about my living state right now. Yeah. I live in a fucking shoebox. I would have first walked over like, fuck you, Nathan Frazier. You got the worst hairline in all of wrestling. That's just going. You'll be bald by next Tuesday. You hear me, friend? You hear me? Yeah. Fuck you. I can grow any type of hair on my head, on my face, and you gonna talk about I live in a shoebox? Fuck you. I'm just a man trying to win championships, and people are making it personal by talking about my living situation.
Kiana James takes on Kalani Jordan. They're showing Nikita Lyons just shadow boxing once again in the crowd. It's only a matter of time, Marcus. It's only a matter of time.
Yep. Manny, I believe
we're about to get interesting again.
We are about to get to the age of Nikita Lyons and Randy Orton. Randy Orton came back this week and Manny chose not to use it because Phil interrupted Randy Orton's comeback. But I'm sure we're about to get a flood of Randy Orton and Nikita Lyons thumbnails as it rains in.
Yeah, and God forbid when Alexa Bliss gives birth and returns to wrestling, double Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss.
Hey, Manny, I for one, whenever Alexa Bliss gives birth, can she be the thumbnail that week? Just her hold the baby for no reason. There's no context to doing anything. CM Punk wins WWE Championship. Alexa Bliss is on the cover holding her newborn baby.
And then we cover the face up with our logo. The match actually wasn't that bad. However, Roxanne cost Kiana James the match by distracting her when she with ringing the bell, leading for Kalani Jordan to hit the split leg moonsault for the win.
Hey, what's her beef?
Backstage, well, Kiana cost her the shot of being in the match.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I didn't know what the beef was. I forgot.
Yeah.
Last time I remember them interacting, she did pop rocks and broke the rocks in the bag.
Roxanne is in the women's locker room, being made aware that there's a last chance match to get into the Iron Survivor match next week by Ava Raine, who just seemed like a generic person backstage now that she's not with the crazy Joe Gacy.
And she came back. I was like, oh, there she is. The Rock's knees are talking. Hi, guys. I didn't get a chance at this match. I'm like, I guess you're here.
A brawl breaks out between Kiana James and Tiffy Strat against Roxanne, and then a fight backstage in the parking lot at the end of the show.
Yeah, I don't know why the show ended with that fight.
Yeah, it was not necessary.
That's not like the leading story of NXT.
No
fight. So I'm like, why are they fighting?
Alpha Academy challenge Metaphor to a six-person mixed gender tag. They accept later on in the evening in the most chaotic promo ever.
Yes. Yes. I don't even know what to say other than they will. Heritage rules on the line.
Marcus, so NXT Anonymous got footage of Lexus King following Trick before he got attacked. Marcus, why would you even show this? This proves nothing.
It proved nothing, man. But that man went to full sprint. Trick is celebrating. Yeah, I did it. And then walked into the room. You see Lexus. I can't wait for the second footage of him going in there after hearing what happened and being like, oh, Trick, you okay? And just walking by. Oh, he never got him. Who got him? It's a hooded figure. And then you look at it, you see Mello.
Well, yeah, this is it. Lexus King was texting someone prior to this.
Yeah.
So I think the other person is Mello. But and then Mello and Trick are looking to get payback after seeing the footage, and Mello like, let's get him.
Yeah, he did
Trick is like, I'm above this now. I'm above this shit now.
Yeah, this is old news. I don't care who attacked me, Jack. I am gonna fight into the Iron Giant, whatever match it's called. Whatever it's called, the Iron
Survivor. The Iron
Survivor, yeah. Sean's a stupid name and a stupid match. It's too short. It's too short.
Andre Chase comes out, says that there's been some gambling and misuse of university funds, putting the university in severe debt. JC Jane looked like she leaked that information about the gambling because she looked hella guilty when he said that.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, this is disgraceful. Oh, it is disgraceful that he's gambled the money away. Damn you, DraftKings. Oh. My main question is, was he betting against JSU all these times?
He must have been on a consistent losing streak.
Yeah, I want to come out that he had money on the Thea Hell versus who did she fight for the title? Was it Tiffany Stratton?
Yeah,
and that's the reason he threw in the towel. He's like, no, Thea, I was giving everybody the same thing. I threw in the towel for money.
Yeah, but if that was the case, the university wouldn't be broke.
That's so true. Well, it's the misuse of funds, man. And we don't know. The university's broke. Maybe he living large. Maybe he gave his money to Cameron Grimes to invest in more non-real Bitcoin.
Marcus, I need to ask you a question.
Yes.
What the fuck does Jerry the King Lawler know about Eddie Thorpe? Why do you put him matches with Bron Breakker coming out there with his taped ribs?
Yeah, they thought Eddie Thorpe, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? You know my ribs are fucked up. This man has the best spear in wrestling right now. He's going to cut me in half.
He took Bron to Suplex City.
Yeah.
He hit like 4 Germans before getting demolished by that spear.
What? Please don't put Jerry Lawler on my screen again in his house in his robes. I look like I
With his
walked in
chest
on an
out.
open. Yeah, it's just out. I feel like I walked in on something I shouldn't have seen. Like, imagine walking into a room and you see Jerry Lawler on his throne in his robe, chest out like this, and talk about, yeah, I'll put a match on with Eddie Thorpe. Broad breaker.
Why do you think the camera was this high? He was getting dick sucked at the same time by the cat.
I didn't need that at all. I was like, get this off my TV. I don't know why he's the last one to pick. Like, he should have been first. Like, of all the people they've used, I think he's the least most important in the modern era of wrestling. JBL, Lita, and Mick Foley had him beat.
Then we get Ilya Dragunov versus Nathan Frazier. Dragunov kills Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, my favorite part was the end when he punches him and then he slowly gets up. I thought he messed up. I was like, oh, you got him too early. And then no, when the ref didn't count me, I was like, you bastard. And then hit him again. The ref should have stopped the fight. I don't know why. He let Nathan Frazier die in front of us all.
And then Baron Corbin gets on the Tron, and then cuts him really hard. I'm going to talk to you like the same way you talk to your family through a screen in your shoebox house.
What the fuck?
Baron's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. And this might be the most personal feud of 2023. At this point. When you talk about man living in a shoebox and people talking to your family on the screen and you're alone. This is the saddest champion we've ever had in wrestling.
And then he goes on to say the only reason he's here is that title over his shoulder. The same thing that he's missing from his life. When he takes that from him at Deadline, he will have nothing left, while Baron will have everything. Says he can take that nothingness back to Germany to go back to his family. He will upgrade his ticket as an early Christmas present to first class.
Please don't upgrade my ticket. You know, I'll be so pissed. Thankful, but pissed. You beat me, took my title, and then paid for my first class ticket to go home. Appreciate the ticket, but asshole. Bear's a dick. But Dragunov is a bit of a dick too. Who am I supposed to root for in this?
Dragunov.
He's a bit lonely. Corbin's is out
exactly.
there.
That's why you root for him.
Yeah. Why not the guy that has everything? Why not give him everything? Why not give the white man everything he wants?
What the hell was Joe Gacy on underneath the ring?
I don't know. When did he get there? Why was he there?
Why was he banging?
Was he under?
Why was he banging under the ring? Then we get Carmen Petrovic versus Ariana Grace. Joe Gacy comes from under the ring and takes the ring bell. Everyone's confused. Ariana Grace hits the waistline for the win, and Joe Gacy rings the bell like a maniac.
Yeah. Can I also say, you know who had one of the worst weeks of their life? Gotta be the NXT timekeeper. Just from there. Roxanne Perez steals the bell. Then Joe Gacy steals the bell. We're going to have to get security around that bell at this point. We're going to have to get security.
It was like he could lose his job.
Yeah.
There's evidence there. And then Booker T's all selling me online. Who gives a damn about the timekeeper?
Yeah. The timekeeper had a rough week. You have one job to do. Keep the bell.
Marcus, his job can be replaced by a stopwatch.
Yeah. Man, he can get replaced by the sound guy. Let's be honest. The sound guy can just hit the bell music sound. And everybody be like, oh, he plays. But instead, he's there. Ding! Jot down time. But one day on Watch Along, I'm going to do some guest timekeeping for every match. I'm going to get stopwatch.
Well, we've got like a week till deadline.
Yeah, maybe I'll be the timekeeper, man. He just hold a stopwatch.
Do you know what though? Given how green these two were, this wasn't that bad of a match.
No, it wasn't. It was all right.
But what was a bad match was Lexis King versus Briggs Jensen.
You know, I have no memory of this match.
Neither did
I honestly have no memory of this.
I was tired last night, and then I felt like I had to watch this a couple of times. Lexis King tries to stir stuff up between Briggs and Jensen and Fallon, but gets a match instead earlier in the night. I wasn't paying attention to any of this match until Melo came out and tried to get some of Lexus, but the other one in that tag team prevented him getting his boy DQ'd, but he lost anyway.
Yeah. Which is furthering down the line that these guys might be in cahoots. Cahoots, Manny. The only one in this segment I think is going to make money. I'm damned if I say it. I may just say this because Ryan was next to me 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, and said, he saw Briggs and said, Briggs, I can't make no money with this. I can't make no money with this. As Ryan sit there broke talking about Briggs. And I said, I bet you Briggs is going to be more successful than you imagine. He's like, no, he won't. So ever since then, I've been rooting for Briggs to succeed. So I need him to turn on Jensen and Fallon.
I think it's Brooks, Marcus. I think the name's Brooks.
Whatever. Bubble Cannon's son. He need to turn on him. What is his name? Brooks what? Jensen?
Brooks. Fuck it. Who cares? The one with the weird mustache or the one with the full beard? That's
yeah, I'm talking about Briggs. I'm talking about the big one.
The one that can't kick properly.
Yeah, the one that never connects on anything. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm putting all my money on him. We'll see how that goes.
So we get the main event. Wes Lee versus Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, and Johnny Gargano. Interesting, Marcus.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I like that they carried on the feud between Bronson Reed and Ivar. Just needed it.
Ivar's
Before you say anything, this match is a match from God. So you better approve of this match.
Yeah, I like that Valhalla was like, I'm not making that trip, Ivar. If you want to attack him on a Tuesday, you go ahead and do that. I'm not making that flight. I'm not walking to the airport like this.
The match was fine.
The match was really good. I thought it was really good.
The match was fine. I just didn't like. I didn't like that stupid spot they had.
Are you talking about the low blow spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. It was too slow. Like it was like, what did Bronson Reed waiting for?
Yeah, it just took too long to set up.
Now, if he would have did slingshot to nuts, he falls over but throws him and lands on him or something like that, it'd been a better spot. But it was just slow. It took forever to set up. Other than that spot, I thought this match was really good. I knew Wes Lee was winning. We all knew it because his last opportunity, whatever. But there were compelling moments where even Cameron Grimes looked like he was gonna win it.
Nah, I didn't. I never believed Cameron Grimes could win. If anything, I thought Bronson Reed would get another shot at that title.
Yeah, but he was busy. I thought he's too busy with Ivar, and I was expecting Ivar to come out in the entire match. Johnny Gargano is dead in the water. That's why I guess he wore.
Actually, no. He looked. The fact that he went back to NXT just proves that like he ain't. Do you know what? Maybe Vince was right about Johnny Gargano.
Because he looks out of place on Raw. On NXT, he fit right there. And you know what? It's not a bad life.
So Clint actually raised a good question, actually, as we get towards the end, the end of NXT. And we're just talking about Johnny Gargano kind of just floundering on the main roster. Yeah. Who is the guy that topples Gunther's reign?
I mean, there's a few people on Raw right now who you could have toppled this. Like, there's Mr. Jey Uso.
But do you want Jey Uso?
No. You have Sammy. Sammy would be a good choice, but I would probably use an NXT call-up. You know, Braun Breaker wouldn't be bad, or Mello, or somewhere around that line. Or even if you call up Dragunov and have a fight Gunther, I think that would be a fine reign. But I see no end in sight, to be honest, for Gunther. Just like for Roman, I see no end.
Yeah. Jimmy asks, is anyone tripped out by the fact that Ivar sounds like an accountant?
I don't know. Is you talking about his actual voice or his name, Ivar?
No, he sounds.
Like, guys, let me squash the numbers here. I don't know.
Yeah, because Eric was the one that really put on the voice like he's ancient Viking.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy for Ivar's success right now.
It feels like Eric Eric was the one that was like, "Yeah, let's do this Viking thing." I was like, "I don't really want to," but yeah, let's do this
Aw.
Viking thing.
Yeah, we get my wife and everything. What? Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to get involved in your
If you
weird
really
sex
want
games.
to. Yeah, this
You
is
and
weird.
Sarah, weirdos.
Walk me out of my interest without pants on. You have no questions, Erica, what we're doing? She's getting the full Viking experience, baby. I'm raiding your household. We all know the history. Chicks dig Ivar. When I was throwing axes and playing basketball, all the women wanted him. So watch your girl, Eric. He does sound like an accountant, though. He's a very soft-spoken man.
Friendly giant.
Yeah. He's a killer in the matches.
I think that's the end of today's show, unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
I got nothing else to talk about. I think we kind of covered everything. Point and simple. I have NXT ahead of the week so far.
I think I've got Raw.
Ooh.
I think I've got Raw mainly because I don't know. I think I'm looking forward to our break, Marcus. I think that's what it is. I think it's been a long year.
It's been minimal breaks this year too. We only took like one.
Yeah, we took a couple of breaks. A lot of shit has happened across this year that we probably should have taken a lot more breaks. But yeah, it's been a really long year.
Yep. But I thought Raw had a good like first hour, and then maybe last 30 minutes we just were like, oh, I wonder what Punk's gonna say. And between there, it was just like, eh. And then NXT I thought was a complete show of chaos and anarchy and randomness, and Squad won the rest of the show. AEW decided we're gonna do this tournament, and I was just like, I guess.
Yeah, AEW's tournament's got us like.
Hold on, man. Can you go back to that picture of Jay White in laying in his career casket?
That's harsh.
It is, but it's fact. It's fact. That's Jay White.
That is harsh.
That's also me after seeing Jerry the King Lawler in his robe. Dead inside.
Yeah, you should never see a man in his like 60s with his chest out.
Yeah,
like that.
Sitting on the throne. I feel like I was watching an old man taking a shit.
Sitting on a commode.
Yeah. Or that's some crazy old man feeding the birds and ducks outside that you don't want him to interact with because he's homeless. You don't want to interact with that guy, and you finally interact with him. He says, "Have you ever wanted to see Eddie Thorpe versus Braun Baker?" In the eyes of Iron Challenge. This guy's clearly crazy. I'm going to continue to walk. Throw money and leave. Marcus. Don't ask any more of his questions.
Yeah, so make sure you tune in this Saturday for one of the last the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast of 2023.
Is it?
We're not gonna do anything different in 2024, but
oh, you don't know. I may shave the beard and do handlebars only. Manny may grow hair similar to some of the Man United players. Who I can't think of what's his name. What's the dude who played all the time in England? He grew his hair. He's a
David
legend.
Beckham.
No, the other one. He grew his hair too. Fuck Beckham too. The other guy.
Really English.
Who's after Beckham? Who's the big player after Beckham? Can't remember
loads, Marcus. There was loads. Ronaldo.
This guy man came into the MLS. I'm blanking out his name because I'm tired. It's a Man United legend. He grew his hair.
The only one that came to America was David Beckham.
Well, all right, then maybe it's not Beckham. Short guy. God damn it.
Messi?
No. This guy's English.
Robbie Keane? He never played for Man United.
No.
Gareth Bale?
No. That's LAFC. Whatever. I'm just gonna say
You
Ricky
sounded
Hatton.
like every.
I'm say, say
Ricky Hatton. He was a boxer.
I know he's a boxer. But I can't think of the person who I want to say.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
It's gonna bug me. Marcus, the grand finale. It's gonna bug me. Tune into Saturday and see if I Googled the person I'm looking for.
He won't. He would have forgotten what he said by then.
Rudy! Oh. It's Rudy! It's Rudy! Wayne Rudy!
Rudy had only 2 haircuts.
Yeah, and one of them was bald, and the next thing you know, he grew his hair. He had no hair.
He got hair plug. He had hair plug, and then he just had a short back and sides, like every other, like I had when I had hair.
Yeah, but he was gone. His hair was gone. It was Wayne Rudy. Thank you, Biscuit. Thank you. You saved my life. I could not remember. I would have had a stroke trying to figure this out. Just going, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
You know, the name Biscuit sounds like a goon you would have, or someone like an apprentice we would have. That was like, Biscuit,
give me his stats, quick.
Give us the stats, quick, Biscuit.
Give me the gravy, Biscuit. Give me the gravy. Wayne fucking Rudy. My second favorite soccer player of all time.
I just loved it because he played angry.
Yeah. Manny, I'm going to say somebody that I don't think no one cares about, but it's my ultimate troll for Ryan. Wayne Rooney, David Beckham, whoever, Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, Ronaldinho. I don't know. I'm just naming a bunch of random people, right? All fell in comparisons to my favorite player of all time. And that's the legendary Dennis Bergkamp of Arsenal. This is a troll for Ryan.
Why is that a troll to Ryan? Dennis Bergkamp was actually a really good footballer.
Yeah, but
really
you don't
underappreciated.
Understand.
One of the best. One of the best goals scored in the Premiership against Newcastle.
Yeah, Manny. Everything you said right there.
Yeah.
I say that to Ryan just because I don't know anything about Dennis Bergkamp. I saw one game. I saw his retirement game or some shit. And I went, oh, who the fuck is this guy? Right? Like, Dennis Bergkamp. He started to listen to stats. And so every day for like a year, I would go like, oh yeah, that's a good player, but he ain't no Dennis Bergkamp. It's just me. It's just the troll. And you know damn well I don't know who that man is. I don't know anything about him. Like, you can say, oh, Messi is great, the greatest of all time, but I go, but that Dennis Bergkamp.
You know, interesting fact, when they used to play in Europe, when Dennis Bergkamp was playing, he had to, I think, leave earlier than the rest of the team because he was scared of flying, so he had to take other means of transport.
You can't be scared of flying with Bergkamp as your last name. I'm just saying. That's false advertisement. You come from a family of Bergkamps. You can't.
Of all players, you choose Dennis Bergkamp.
You goddamn right, Manny. There's been a troll for it's probably been a running joke for about 20 years between us. We could be talking about basketball. Yeah, that's great. LeBron James is great, but he ain't no Dennis Bergkamp. And Ryan just be like, fuck you. He's like, and here go. He's a great man and a great player, and you keep talking shit about him.
It's not necessarily talking shit. It's just the fact that you're saying he's the greatest player of all time.
Yes. This is my Melina Alicia Fox moment in soccer. Just we said Dennis Bergkamp's the greatest of all time. I can only name 2 Arsenal players of all time: Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp.
You said it correctly as well. You said it correctly.
Yeah.
Now some people call him Henry, innit?
Do they?
Yeah, Terry Henry.
Oh no, never.
That's how people say it correctly.
I never disrespected the former New York Red Bull.
I used to love. I loved him when he played for the Red Bulls.
Yeah,
I could push aside my hate for Arsenal and then go, Thierry Henry plays for the New York Red Bulls. Yes.
My favorite Thierry Henry moment is when I think he handballed something and scored a goal. I think it's in the World Cup, right?
Oh yeah, Ireland was very pissed off about that.
Yeah, he complete handball where again in Random Saga 9, I was like, you know what? I saw a man dribbling the ball, going between the legs, and laying it up into the net. I didn't see what everybody else saw. He went toot and kicked. I saw. Oh.
You're the ultimate troll.
Yeah. And apparently it's only Arsenal players because Ryan's an Arsenal fan. That's it.
Yeah, Ryan don't necessarily say anything about any other players other than Arsenal players, to be honest.
Yeah. And you know, me and my loyalty in soccer, if you have a goalie, I have no loyalty.
Well,
like, I think was Newcastle because I drank their beer, and I can't say I'm a single Newcastle player.
You know, I wouldn't expect you to drink that beer because that beer is just like I put that with like working class men that work at the factory or like work in the mines because that stuff is nasty.
It's good. It was good. It was good. I liked the Newcastle. I haven't had one in decades. It's called
brown ale. That just sounds like it's gonna taste shit.
Yeah. But I'm also a person that likes Jaeger, though. So
I like Jaeger, but that doesn't taste like brown.
Jaeger tastes like black licorice. It's horrible, but it goes great with Red Bull.
It does, and I don't like what I become when I have that.
Yeah, the Jaeger bombs are the devil, and I mean,
you're drunk. It gives you the energy to do whatever your drunken dreams want.
Yeah, it's basically liquid cocaine at this point.
Yeah, it's a bad state of affairs when you start doing Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, so back in my peak of my alcoholism, Manny.
Yeah.
Back in happier times before the Empire took over.
We would do Jaeger bomb race before you got thrown out of the Green Lantern.
Before I got kicked out the Green Lantern Corps. Sinestro was like, he can't be a Green Lantern. Look at him, he's drunk. How many Jaeger bombs did he do? We should do Jaeger bomb races, by the way. So, and it wasn't like, all right, you win this way, you win this way. These were competitive fucking races where it'd be like, drink one, okay. All right, you won. All right, we're going for another one. I want to get my win back. It'll be nonstop.
Oh,
my liver does not miss those. He's like, what the fuck were you doing?
My body doesn't miss those. I used to do stupid stuff when I was on those things.
Yeah.
I was an ultimate thief when I was drinking.
I can see Manny. Uh-oh, guys. I'm drunk. Thief Manny's here.
I remember stealing a champagne bucket. Like I just took it out. I don't know why I wanted it. Drunk.
Yeah.
And then I remember the staff. We left as the bar was closing, so everyone was just standing outside. And the staff was asking for it back, and I was like, "No, it's my trophy." And then started singing the Champions League music.
What the hell?
The champions! Yeah, I turn into a thief when I'm drunk.
Manny, would you call yourself as an exceptional thief or a common thief? That's what you're drunk.
I mean, it's really obvious when I'm doing it, so a common thief.
Common thief.
I'm not doing elaborate heists.
Yeah, that was that was a Hans Gruber reference. Die Hard. Christmas season, everybody. Die Hard's coming.
Yeah, we watched that last year. So if you plan on watching that, go search the YouTubes for the watch along and rewatch that with us.
We did. Maybe we do another watch along. Maybe we do Gremlins. Another non-Christmas movie.
Marcus, you know what we have to watch next. And given that we've hit 16,000 subscribers over the weekend or the last few days, you know it has to be Sister Act 2.
I know. Time for joy. I love you, Sister Mary Claire's.
Marcus, I think this is also the one where the church hands stop people trying to stop them singing with a baguette by wedging it between the doors.
Yeah.
You know how we feel about baguettes on this show.
Yeah, we are the unofficial baguette podcast. At this point, like whenever I go shopping, I know I'm gonna have a baguette and have my paper bag hanging out.
Or on my basket, or as I ride my bicycle.
Yes, because we're sophisticated human beings and adults. Hey, sir, what's in that paper bag? I am not an alcoholic. I have a baguette.
I am a functioning alcoholic with my baguette. Oui.
Yeah. What else is in that bag? Bottles of wine and low rent alcohol. I think that's
vodka. Vodka.
I got wine coolers. That's how fucking drunk I am.
Well, ever since you screamed out biscuit, I feel like we have to do it every time they comment. Biscuit. Congrats on 16K, guys.
You know what? Whenever I think of something that's random and obscure, I'm gonna say it's the biscuit Dennis Bergkamp stat of the week. It's a joke like 25 years in the making. That's how old this Dennis Bergkamp thing is going on.
Oh, all right. We out, guys, because we're going to
We
end up being
been out like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we went 15 minutes talking about nonsense. I said
we can't help ourselves.
No, you brought up Dennis Bergkamp, and then we went down a hole.
You know what, Manny? I'm going to, because you say I forgot to clip stuff and I'm a failure as a human being. I am now going to clip this segment and call it "Going Down the Dennis Bergkamp's Hole." It's gonna get a million.
But it starts with Wayne Rooney. It starts with you trying to find out what the name is.
Yes. I don't care. I think it's gonna get us clicks going down Dennis Bergkamp's hole. Someone's gonna click it and be like, "What's this shit?"
It's just idiots talking about nonsense.
How dare he disgrace the name Dennis Bergkamp? You leave him, his hole, and Jerry the King Lawler alone.
Once again, I'm Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus, the grand finale. And if you're in Latin America, let me be clear. There are champions. There are numerous champions, but there can only be two kings of the ropes, and that is us. Metalik, you're doing the job to us.
Oh, before we go, there was a little bit of news. What was the tag partner in the Lucha House Party that wasn't Kalisto with
Lince Dorado?
He's become a trainer at the.
Why was that on the top of my head? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't know who his name. Lince Dorado said, "Fuck whatever Grand Metalik is doing with his. I'm too big to take a loss on the AEW. I'm just gonna go back home and train people for the money."
Oh, so he opened up a school, or?
No, he's a trainer at the Performance Center.
Oh, that son of a bitch!
Yeah. He said, "Fuck Metalik. I'm not going down that rabbit hole."
You guys are retired. I'm retired. This is as far as a Lince Dorado is going to get. Tune in next time when we talk about Mercedes Moné fighting Lince Dorado in the Performance Center for no reason.
And wait, why? They're not friends. She's friends with Kalisto.
No, it's Kalisto. It's Kalisto. You're right. Sorry, I messed up my luchadors.
Find out next week when Marcus decides to talk about another famous Arsenal player, Mark Overmars.
That's too far. That's too deep. Don't give me no deep cuts, Manny.
He played with Dennis Bergkamp.
Hold on, man. We all know Dennis Bergkamp did it by himself. He's the Michael Jordan of English soccer. I'm just saying.
He also played with the other guy you just named, Thierry Henry.
Whoopity-doo!
And on that note,
I don't consider Henry playing. Him playing with Henry. Henry had the appreciation of playing under the great Dennis Bergkamp.
And on that note, guys, we out. Peace.